Hi, hello, and happy today. It is I, your South Dakota sex symbol, the Heartland Heartthrob, and your mom's favorite wrestler, Brandon Nitro, and you are watching 4.5 Marks. I tell you what, you can find me on Instagram at the Heartland Heartthrob, or X, is that what it's called nowadays? I don't know. Probably the Heartland Heartthrob there as well. And I tell you what, if you hit me up, DM me on any one of them, I will come over and bang your mom for free.
What's going on, Mark Army? Welcome back to another exciting edition of 4.5 Marks here. I am the Icon Jib, and I am here with my lovely co-host and my lovely friend here, Chava the Hero.
Hey.
How you doing today, brother?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. Give me a little too sweet.
Too sweet for the one time?
For the one time.
For the one time.
Like I said, we are Marks. Remember, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Today, we bring to you guys, coming off of an amazing WrestleMania, I'd have to say. It was a great WrestleMania. Wouldn't you say so, Chava?
Absolutely. It was phenomenal. So much action. So much hype. So much emotion.
I'm happy nobody tore a quad.
Yeah, this time.
So it's great. But now we are a month out from WrestleMania. Things have happened. We have the draft looming, which, by the way, by the time this video does come out, the draft video would have been out. So make sure you peep that for our lovely predictions about the draft. And then, without further ado, like I said, card subject to change, obviously, with the draft coming up. So we have a predictions of what we think the card will look like for Backlash. In France, with your baguettes and your frog's legs.
Omelette de fromage.
Yeah, omelette du fromage. So, stay tuned. We're here to, like I said, mark order. General Marks.
General Marks.
General Marks. So let's go ahead and start off here. First off, hopefully we don't break the fourth wall, but by this point, Becky Lynch has won the women's world title, the vacated women's world title.
Spoiler if you didn't watch Raw last week.
Yeah, you jive turkeys.
Yeah.
Jive turkeys.
Jive turkeys.
Yeah, but it was, like a 10-woman battle royal?
14?
14?
Something like that, yeah. They said it on the show, but
sure.
yeah.
I thought it was 10, but all right, we'll do 14. But Becky Lynch did win it, so good. Congratulations to Becky.
Yes.
Good job, girl. So with that being said, how do you think she'll have a match here at Backlash?
I think so. Rhea did such a great job holding that title for over a year, and unfortunately she had to vacate it due to injury. So she had so many competitors lined up and defeated as well.
Right.
So now we got to hold that same value, right?
Sure.
So they put it on a good champion like Becky, who has the accolades that's needed to hold that title to a high standard.
Right.
Now you got to go throw into the action, right?
Yeah,
think of it like this with Sami Zayn, right?
Oh, yes.
Sami Zayn won the Intercontinental title against Gunther, who, again, long reign. And then we need he immediately defended it.
Yeah.
So we need that from Becky. So whether
the fighting champion.
Yeah. So either it just kind of makes sense, that either she defends it this upcoming Raw, or she does it at Backlash. Which when was the last time they've been to France?
I don't think for the European tour, probably.
Probably. So that was all live shows.
Yeah.
So when was the last time they went for major show?
I don't think they have. If they have, please comment down below and let us know. Yeah, you are the real Mark.
Yeah, we'll look it up, and so we'll have it, and then you'll get a prize.
Yeah, maybe.
No, you'll get a prize. We just don't want to tell you what the prize is.
Exactly. Could be 47 cents.
Could be 47 cents. Could be a nice hearty handshake.
Ooh. Yeah. A nickel.
Shiny nickel named Philip.
Girl nickel.
Yep.
Anyways, so with Becky Lynch, if she does potentially defend this title, who would you say would be a contender for Becky?
So me personally, just because it was there. So realistically, right? Nia Jax, Liv Morgan, any of those two. But who I'd like, right?
Would you like?
I'd like Maxine.
Maxine.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I love Maxine.
She's really good.
I love
a lot of people hate her because they say she's not good. The thing is, she is good. She gets you talking. Sure, she might need a little bit more work, but she's doing the work, and that's the important thing, is doing the work.
She goes out there and busts her ass, dude. She really does.
Correct. Did you watch the Battle Royal where Becky won?
I saw her eliminate. Who did she eliminate? That was was she eliminated? Was it Piper Niven?
Yeah.
She eliminated Niven, and I was just like, oh my.
And that's another person that could be. But before the match started, right? There was an altercation in the back between Nia and Liv.
Oh, yeah.
And the backstage announcer didn't really know what to do. So Becky grabbed the mic and walked out and just kind of typed up the battle royal. And then you saw some competitors along the way. She made one stop. And that stop was to Maxine and Ivy Niles.
Yes.
And she told Maxine, hey, like, show these people, this is your first time for challenging for a world title. Show them why this isn't your last. And so
that's right.
This is a good, she gave the rub. How about do it again?
Exactly. So. Maxine has a very bright future. She could I see her definitely being in the top contention here soon, honestly.
Correct. And then honestly, with the new direction with Alpha Academy, it's kind of like what David Finlay did when he took over Bullet Club. Bring home titles.
Bring home the dubs, everybody.
Yep.
So I guess we'll move on.
Yep.
To a family that is recuperating from a L.
A big L.
We're talking about the Bloodline.
Yep.
Roman Reigns hasn't really been seen since he dropped the belt to Cody Rhodes. So I guess Solo's kind of been running the show with the Bloodline recently.
Yep, he has. By orders of the Tribal Chief.
Have yet to get the confirmation, especially from Paul Heyman, since he stomped out his phone immediately.
Yep, exactly. But now, he brought in Tama Tonga.
Yes.
And we got that whole lineage from back in the day with
Haku and Rikishi. Yep.
But they completely decimated Kevin Owens.
They're putting everybody on notice.
Everybody. And that's, if you're going to put people on notice, that's a good way to do it. Oh, yeah. Like, I have never seen Kevin Owens that bloody,
I haven't seen
that
him brutalized, man. Oh, my God.
Not even in his old days of Ring of Honor.
No.
Did I see him like that.
No.
So, what Tama did to him, he really, really put in the work to hurt this man.
We're also skipping over the part where Solo kicked out his own brother. His actual blood brother.
Yep.
Jimmy Uso.
Jimmy's gone.
And I don't think... have we seen Jimmy since he got kicked out?
I don't think so, no.
So, yeah. Ever since Jimmy out, Tama in. That's really what's happening. And against his will, it looks like Paul Heyman's kind of been following this. Maybe, probably, maybe almost feels like maybe some sort of like a babysitter. Or like, because remember Nick Aldis?
Yeah.
That one SmackDown where they crashed the rental?
Yep.
He was like, you better get him in check.
Yeah, well... I don't know how he's going to.
That's going to be a big, tall order. For
especially if, again, we don't know who the Tribal Chief is.
Right.
Right? If it's still Roman Reigns, how are you going to keep Roman Reigns under control?
It's true. Good luck.
But he took out Kevin Owens.
True.
Does it mean that Kevin Owens has a match?
True. I mean, I'm,
if he's up
like I said, I'm speculating if he's ready for it, medically cleared, he would definitely have some sort of matchup with either Sikoa or Tonga, or maybe even a handicap 1-on-2, or maybe he'll find a tag partner to help him out. You could go a multitude of different ways with this matchup, I'm sure.
The key thing with Kevin Owens, his main thing, his motto, fight, Owens, fight.
Fight he will.
So he will take on both men at the same time if he has to.
Yep.
So, but we also do have an unresolved issue with Randy Orton and Solo.
True.
So
he's definitely not made many friends outside of the Bloodline ever since getting called up to the main roster, I'd have to say so.
Correct, he has not. So I think we're either going to get Kevin Owens versus Tama, because that's who did the work.
True.
Or we're going to get a tag match between him and Owens and Randy against the Bloodline.
That's fair. I could see that definitely. We've seen Randy. Randy's been on SmackDown still, right?
Correct.
I feel like he's been around.
Yeah. I don't know if he was on this past week, but
I don't think so.
But I mean, he was at Mania. He went against Logan Paul.
He was in Triple Threat.
Yep, with Kevin Owens.
Yeah. So, all right, we'll move on to the next match here. Actually, who do we got in this match if we do see Solo and Tama taking on KO and Randy?
Solo's been kind of on a rise, on a streak. From what I'm aware of, he's only ever lost to John Cena.
True.
On the main roster.
True.
So, and then Tama's new, but Tama has a track record of being violent from before he was in WWE. And
remember that one time he said he was a good guy, but then started beating the hell out of everybody?
Man, that was the funniest thing. I
am a good guy.
Now, my favorite thing about that, side note, was when he was still with Bullet Club.
Yeah.
He was trying to be good, and so he's clean tags, everything, right? But he's in a tag match, and they do a dirty tag, and he doesn't want to hurt his opponent, but they throw him, they Irish whip him to his opponent to do this train of like clothesline, and the entire time he's running from corner to corner, he's yelling no, he's just all crying.
Beautiful.
It's the best.
Beautiful.
But
yeah, you pick Solo. I think I was also going to go with the newly formed little intersect of the bloodline. I was going Solo and Tama, definitely picking up that W. But moving on to from one family to another family, we have the kind of the turmoil or the unholy alliance of Legado and Judgment Day, taking on LWO in some way here at Backlash in some altercation.
Yeah, and we just saw, so Dom's hurt apparently. I don't know how he got hurt.
It's one of his arms. I don't know what happened. Might have been, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
Might have been off TV.
Yeah, so I don't know what happened there, but we saw JD and Santos Escobar against Andrade and Ricochet.
Beautiful match. It was
great
good.
match.
It was great.
Great match. Now Andrade has issues with both Judgment Day and Legado Fantasma. He's kind of with LWO. I don't know if he's officially said he's with LWO.
I think he's an honorary member.
But all I know is every member of the LWO has worn a shirt.
True.
And he has yet to wear one of those shirts.
He's elite, though. I don't think he needs a shirt.
I'm just saying, okay?
It's more of an alliance, I'd say, with Andrade. I'd agree with that. He hasn't really officially been incorporated into the LWO officially, like you said, with the shirt.
Yeah.
But he does it. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yep.
So he is teaming with them because he hates Dom more than he hates Ray.
Yep. And then Ray, of course, has issues with Judgment Day from taking his son.
Yes.
You know, teaching him the ill ways.
Yep.
So we'll get some sort of match. We already saw a tag match. Honestly, what I'm hoping for is to get a singles match with Andrade, right? Yeah. Either Andrade versus Santos.
That'd be nice.
Or Andrade versus Finn.
That'd be good.
Because that's kind of a dream match.
That'd be that's leader versus leader. Honestly. So yeah, Andrade for sure. I completely agree. Andrade would be a good matchup. Before his injury, it would have been nice to see Dominic.
Yeah.
Be in that singles match, but obviously with his injury, no. So I personally would like Santos and Andrade.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like I really like the chemistry they had at WrestleMania, and I wanted to see more of that.
Yeah, they had really great chemistry. I mean, they're both second generation. Yeah. Or they come from the family of luchadors, and they both started their ways in Mexico. Like it's very, very cool thing to see.
For sure. Fun lucha stuff.
I
ain't gonna lie. I feel like I know who you might get, but I'm gonna jump the gun and I'd pick Andrade.
Yeah.
To kind of win this match. Just I feel like a really real singles match for him to come back to. He needs that W.
So for me, it depends. So if it's a singles match, I see Andrade winning.
Yeah.
But if they go the tag route, I think on whatever team Andrade's on, or whoever his partner is, or whoever they go against, I think he's taking the L.
Fair.
On that,
That's
just because it just makes sense to me with Legado and their underhanded tactics, as well as with Legado Fantasma. I mean, we have the issue from way back of Humberto Carrillo. In his feud with Andrade.
Well, him and Humberto. Well, Garza was actually part of that faction.
He was with Andrade.
So
there's that history.
Yeah, for sure.
Already there.
For sure. Perfect. All right. Well, we'll move on there. Speaking of keeping the theme on SmackDown with tag teams, we still have this feud going on between Damage Control, Jade Cargill, Naomi, and Bianca Belair. Last week on SmackDown, they were up in the skyboxes, and Damage Control was on one watching, I think, Bailey having a match, and then right next to him was Jade Cargill, the group.
Yeah.
And they were just smack talking each other the whole time. Dakota Kai was going back and forth because she was kind of help translating. But yeah, I feel like they're gonna keep. I don't think these group like each other. I think they're gonna definitely have something to go on at Backlash.
You know, there's all this tension.
Yeah.
I do see something happening at Backlash because one thing with Backlash is it was always the rematch,
sure.
The rematch pay-per-view of WrestleMania. So that was the that's the match from WrestleMania. It was those three against those three. So I think we'll see it, or we'll see a 4-on-4. Maybe add Bailey to that with Jade Cargill and Bianca. And all that.
To even out the odds so Dakota Kai can get in on the match.
Correct.
Or whoever that odd woman out.
Yeah, correct. So I mean, we'll see what it is. We'll get into Bailey later. But that's kind of what I think will happen. Is either we'll get the straight up rematch, or we'll get Bailey joining in, so that way it evens the odds of the 4v4.
That'd be cool. Honestly, who you got winning that match?
Um, you you know, the people in damage control have such a great skill set.
Mhm.
I kind of think that Naomi and Bianca and Jade kind of got lucky. So I'm on
Oh,
damage control.
you think the inexperience as a tag team as a unit is going to cost them here?
Correct.
I see. I could see that too. Honestly, there's something we're kind of overlooking here. We forget that the Kabuki Warriors are part of Damage Control, and they're current WWE Women's Tag Team Champions.
Oh, I didn't know they still had the belt.
They still had the belts, so they could easily throw that in there as like a winner take all type of thing, or even so, which wouldn't be bad. But regardless, I have to agree with you. Damage Control has been unstoppable ever since they dropped Bailey. They've been on a tear. I don't like the way they've been getting the W's, but they've been getting the W's regardless. So I'm gonna pick Damage Control too, just because of the inexperience as a tag team.
Yep.
So I'll go with that as well. But speaking of Bailey, you mentioned her. She also has the WWE Women's Championship that she took off Io Sky at WrestleMania.
Yep.
Which means she has to defend that belt.
Correct.
So who do we potentially see? Because people are gunning for her, even though she's kind of inserted, but not really inserted like a main focus in this feud between all these other amazing talent.
Yeah.
She has a belt to defend, and there's been people that have been gunning for her. Who do you think would be the person to step up to Bailey?
Again, this is kind of the same thing I mentioned earlier with Becky.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different ways. There's a lot of people that could be. So just naming them off. We see obviously Io get the rematch.
Sure.
Right? Rematch clause.
Sure.
There's also Bianca, which Bianca still has the issue with Bailey, even though Bailey's now trying to be a better person and a true role model. They still did a lot of stuff.
They hurt Bianca when Bailey was on the other side.
Correct.
100%.
There's also, there's anybody else on Damage Control. There's Dakota, because Dakota did turn on Bailey afterwards.
True.
There's Asuka. There's Kairi Sane. There's also...
Even on the other side, you have Jade Cargill. You have Naomi. You have those two as well.
And then most recently, Tiffany Stratton attacked Bailey. So, could it be Tiffy time? Personally, yes. I think Tiffany Stratton would be the person
be a good pick
to go, because Tiffany's such a great competitor. We saw what she did with the NXT Women's title, so I think she's deserving of a opportunity against Bailey.
She definitely put her right foot forward in the Elimination Chamber that match that she was in, and I feel like she kind of has been letting off the gas since.
Yep, and it's also a match we haven't seen before.
True.
Like, we've seen all these other matches between, like, we've seen Bailey versus Naomi before. We've seen Bailey versus Asuka, Bailey versus Kairi Sane, blah, blah, blah.
Sure,
but we have yet to see that match.
Sure. And honestly, is Backlash the place to do it?
Maybe for the first time.
Maybe for the first time.
Do it in France.
Yeah, why not?
Omelette de fromage.
Do it French style. So Tiffany Stratton would be a good pick, honestly. I had Bianca listed, but Tiffany Stratton is a very solid pick. Honestly, no matter who it is, I'm still see Becky keeping that belt.
You mean Bailey?
Bailey, yes. Sorry, we mentioned Becky because she just won the belt, but yes, Bailey. I feel like Bailey would keep that belt just because she just won it, and I don't know. Yeah, I just see Bailey keeping it.
I agree. With Tiffany Stratton, yes, she has great accolades. She's done really well.
Yeah.
But Bailey's on this different type of momentum, so it's gonna take a lot to stop that.
Oh yeah. We'll go ahead and switch gears here to the United States title. Like Logan Paul, Logan Breezy, the Maverick. We haven't really seen too much of him since defending the title. At least not on WWE television.
Yeah, we have not. I can see him having a match.
Yes.
I also see him not having a match because he is the U.S. champion.
True.
Not the France champion.
That's true. That's true. So you could definitely just wait out on this pay-per-view. So I kind of didn't have anything planned for him, but I thought we would at least mention him, see if you could think of anything. Because Kevin Owens and Randy kind of looked like they switched gears themselves to something else. So, and then not really much of anybody was calling out the champion or even saying anything. So maybe Logan Paul gets a pass at this pay-per-view.
He might. I will say there's one person I could think of that should have an opportunity at Logan Paul right now. And that'd be LA Knight. He was in that number one contendership match. Sure, he did lose.
True.
But he's another great competitor to go against who's been on a good momentum.
Right.
Who's had several wins. Sure, losses here and there, but that hasn't stopped his momentum, how over he is with the crowd,
Yep.
any of that.
Shoot, he beat AJ, the number one contender, at WrestleMania.
He did.
And then he went on to lose against him for the number one contendership.
So
Crazy.
that's someone I could think of that is deserving of a title shot.
Sure.
So
we'll see.
We'll see.
Then again, the draft could switch all that up on us.
That's true.
That's the crazy part about the draft.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, if you haven't seen it, make sure you check it out.
Yeah, even though the draft is over by this time, still watch our predictions.
Watch our predictions. Why not?
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on here. We have a match that actually has been official. We don't know if it's happening at Backlash, but it's been made. The Street Profits won a number one contendership for A-Town Down Under's WWE Tag Team titles.
They did.
So, what perfect place to have this matchup than at Backlash?
Backlash.
Honestly.
Yeah, especially so they won that, and then at Mania they won the 6-man tag.
Correct. The Pride versus the Final Testament.
Correct.
Mhm.
So, I mean, it wouldn't be a bad choice for them to do it, because at Backlash, call their shot, go to France, free trip to France.
There you go.
Got to be on the card.
Mhm.
So,
That's frog legs.
but we've also seen how great of a tag team that Street Profits have been. They were former SmackDown tag champions, NXT tag champions,
Raw
tag team champions. So they can do the work.
Mm-hmm.
Now they just need to win this new WWE.
And then them being with Bobby Lashley in the Pride, honestly, I feel like kind of reinvigorated them as a tag team. Because I feel like they were getting kind of old, kind of just getting like kind of blending in with the background before they joined up with Bobby. Then they get drafted, put with Bobby, and put with B-Fab, and they just reinvigorated themselves. And I just feel like that's exactly what Street Profits needed. A fresh coat of paint.
Yeah.
Something to just, hey, get back out there and show them that because the wrestling work, the work is there.
Correct.
These guys can throw down.
They can, absolutely.
But now, sometimes you just need to turn it back, fix some little things, and throw them back out there and see what happens. And that's exactly what they're doing here with Street Profits, I feel.
I agree. Now, who do you got in this match?
As much as I like the Street Profits, as much as I just hyped them up, 8-Town Down Under, the fact that they just got their tag team name, I've liked them together ever since they were together when they're feuding with Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you. So I would love to have 8-Town Down Under just keep those belts. I'm not going to lie.
I hate them.
I
Hate them together.
Good.
Because
Good.
they're both really annoying.
I love them.
And then together, it's just the worst. It's just the absolute worst.
Love it.
But I agree. They have really good momentum because they won the opportunity to be in the ladder match. They won their portion of the ladder match. So I think that momentum's going to keep going. The only thing I can see is both these guys have very strong personalities.
Yes.
And with strong personalities and with mindsets that these two guys have,
Yes.
it's hard to work with other people.
True.
We've seen it with Austin Theory mainly,
Yeah.
and all the people he's been with.
Well, shoot, we've seen it with Miz and Morrison.
Yeah,
That's another good example.
that's a good example. You have these really two big egos.
True.
So as long as they can work through that and continue on as a tag team, I think they're gonna hold those title belts for a while.
Yes.
But that's if.
That's if all egos aside.
Correct.
Now, I will say this. I'm a huge fan of Grayson Waller. I love that guy. He's so talented. He knows what he's doing. He loves to push people's buttons. And it's his first title. So I'd love to see him keep it for a while, you know?
Yeah.
Moving on from there, we're moving back to the Intercontinental title. We did talk about it earlier with Sami Zayn beating Gunther's 666-day reign as Intercontinental Champion. Amazing milestone, by the way. Congratulations, Gunther, for that. We have Sami Zayn potentially. A lot of people are speculating him facing Chad Gable, but a lot of people are also speculating Gunther thrown in there as a triple threat.
Again, Gunther has his rematch clause.
True.
And Chad Gable, we've seen it before. Sometimes the emotion gets the best of Sami Zayn.
True.
We saw it back. That cost him the NXT title years ago.
Oh, true.
That was his first title, and it cost him because Kevin Owens betrayed him.
Yeah. Beat the snot out of him.
It did. And, they've become friends again since then.
They buried the hatchet.
But emotions do get the best of Sami Zayn sometimes.
True.
So this is another example of that, where if he does choose to go against Gable, it is going to cut his reign short again. We'll see. Again, Chad Gable's on this other mindset now. He had his whole breakdown of why he did what he did on Raw.
True.
Sammy waved it in his face. He helped Sammy win the title when that should have been him. And honestly, in that prediction video that we did for WrestleMania, I said that Chad Gable should have been in this match. That should be Chad Gable versus Gunther, and it wasn't.
No.
But the only reason Sami Zayn won the title is because he had Chad Gable's help preparing. Because he's the one who's actually beaten Gunther.
Yes.
And he's also taken Gunther to his limits.
True.
So, just some things to talk about. But there's also a third person that it could be in Bronson Reed.
Oh, yes.
Bronson's been eyeing that title.
He
He's
jumped Sami Zayn on Raw.
He jumped Sami Zayn. He made it no secret that he's after that title.
Mm-hmm.
So, any one of those three. Now, depending on who it is, I'm still... He's already beaten Gunther once.
True.
I think he can beat him again.
He beat Bronson Reed leading up to Mania.
He beat Bronson Reed leading up to Mania. And in my opinion, Gunther's a bigger threat than Bronson Reed.
True.
So, this is Bronson Reed, not Jonah.
Not the guy that beat Okada.
Yeah. So, with that being said, Sami Zayn can beat Bronson Reed.
True.
Chad Gable, he beat Chad Gable. But now Chad Gable's gone and changed his mindset on this.
Maybe that's what he needs, the edge. Maybe that's what Chad Gable needs.
Exactly. So, if it is Chad Gable as the opponent of Sami Zayn, Sami, you're losing that belt.
All I gotta say is I'm ready, willing, and Gable. Thank you!
Thank you!
Alright. Moving on from there. We kind of have to go back to Mania. Because there was 2 World Heavyweight title changes.
There was.
Drew McIntyre won it off of Seth Rollins.
Yep.
For about, how long did he have it? For about 8 minutes? About 5 minutes?
I think 5 minutes.
5 minutes, and then here comes Damian Priest and cashes in on him. 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Now, coming back after that Mania, Drew McIntyre is put into a fatal 4-way to determine the number 1 contender for El Campeon's championship. And who picks up the win? None other than Jay Main Event Uso, which we'll talk about him later too, coming up soon. Now, where does this leave Drew? Drew's kind of in this weird spot where he's still in a very good spot, but now, where do we go with him? What's going on with him? He's talked to Sheamus about burger after burger, and now he's kind of talked to, I think Ricochet was another person that he kind of started going back and forth with. Where does he go from here?
So, he's frustrated.
Oh, he's pissed.
He's so pissed because CM Punk cost him the belt.
Yep.
After his long, hard fight against Seth Rollins. You know, he respected Seth Rollins because he put up the fight even with injury.
Yeah. In 2 nights in a row of wrestling?
2 nights in a row of wrestling. He put up the fight.
Yeah.
And he ultimately, it was to Seth Rollins' fault because he lost the title to Drew.
True.
But due to CM Punk's run-in and then, you know, Damian Priest saw the opportunity. Yeah. So he took it. And, you know, he's not a dumb man for doing that. Nope. He saw his opportunity. You got to seize the opportunity when it's there. But that pissed off Drew because, like, he did the coward's way out. You know, the only person that I can recall is John Cena actually called in his shot beforehand.
Yeah, I think it was only Cena.
Yeah. So, Damian Priest could have done that in the eyes of Drew McIntyre.
True.
I don't know what he does fully because he's also kind of having these issues with Sheamus now.
Yeah.
His friend. So, there's a couple of things I see going on.
Yeah.
I do not... Him having a match here is not out of the realms of possibility. Yeah. I just don't know.
Fair. I'll give you my prediction of what I think they're going to do with Drew. But that kind of bleeds into the next topic here.
I think we might have the same mindset because I thought of something. I was waiting for this.
With Damian and Drew, Damian Priest and Jey Uso, that title match that they have coming up. Drew McIntyre, how mad he is, letting his emotions kind of dictate his decisions here. Drew McIntyre could definitely insert himself into this match.
That's kind of what I was thinking already. Yep. Easily.
He wants his Goldie back. And he's going to do whatever he can to do it. Whether he has to go through Jey Uso, whether he has to go through El Campeon, he's going to try. He's going to do his damnedest to get through it. And I think that's honestly what will happen. He'll cost Jey Uso the match, I feel.
Yeah, I kind of see that as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Good title defense for Damian. He keeps the belt. But Jey Uso is going to be the collateral, the victim in this forefront, in this battle.
Correct.
I think so.
Yeah, I agree.
So with that being said, since we agree with that, we can kind of understand. We can kind of see where Damian Priest and Jey Uso will go. After that, our main event, AJ Styles, phenomenal one, taking on the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, for the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship. The first defense for Cody Rhodes, and boy, does he have his work cut out for him.
He does.
He really does.
How many people can you say have wrestled your father? ridiculous.
Yeah.
So now you get AJ went against Dusty Rhodes in TNA, and now we'll see kind of a rematch of that in Cody Rhodes. We'll also kind of see the war between former Bullet Club leaders.
True.
Cody was never an official leader, but he claims he was.
True. You could also talk about how these guys were both former. They both have very similar accolades. They're both former NWA champions.
Yep.
Both former what do we call Ring of Honor champions.
Yep.
Both IWGP United States. No,
but IWGP champions in general.
So they've been around. They are no slouches. They're very well seasoned. So this matchup could be freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And what a challenge for Cody. What a challenge for him. So I guess we could go into it. Who do you think will pick up win this?
So the key thing that I've been saying this whole show, momentum.
True.
You can't get any bigger than beating Roman Reigns. Sami Zayn had a great one with 666 days.
Yeah, with Gunther.
But Cody has over 1,000 days, 1,300 days.
True.
That Roman Reigns held that title, and Cody was the one to stop it.
Yeah.
So AJ has. I don't think Cody has work cut out for him. I think AJ has the work because now that's a new mountain to climb.
True.
And yes, AJ is a multi-time WWE champion. He was also in the match to crown the inaugural World Heavyweight title against Seth Rollins last year. But Cody's on a whole, just like Roman Reigns, you say he's on God mode.
Yeah,
and that's Cody right now.
True, it's very true.
I don't think anybody's gonna take that off of Cody for a while.
Now I will say this: is a new AJ. This is a different AJ. I don't think Cody has faced this AJ before.
So it's a new AJ to WWE, but it's not a new AJ. AJ just rediscovered himself because this is the AJ that went to Japan and came back to TNA.
This is the Japan AJ.
This is the Japan AJ, which I think he's been needing for a bit now.
Yeah.
But again, Cody is on a whole other level.
True.
So I think it's going to be a great match. I think it's going to be really close. But I don't see Cody dropping that.
Fair. I have to agree with you. American Nightmare, like you said, he's on God mode. He's on Nightmare time. He's gonna Jesus Christ. It's gonna be a banger. I won't lie. It's gonna be a banger. But you're right. AJ is gonna have a rough night. He's gonna have a tough night. So, but yeah, that's our predictions, guys. Let us know what you think. Make sure you check out the draft video and let us know who you guys think will get drafted. And yeah, actually, thank you so much for watching.
Yep.
Without you guys, couldn't do it.
Can't do it without you. Thank you again. Share, show your friends.
Show Uncle Bob.
Show Uncle Bob. Show Tio Juan. Also, click the notification button so you're notified when these videos drop so you can see these prediction videos on time.
Damn straight.
So maybe you can see if we're right or not, because sometimes we are.
Yeah,
a lot of times we are, actually. So
yeah.
And remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, and
if that check bounces, so do you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.